agreed to earlier this month. He posted, quote, "I made a fast deal with China in order to save them from what I thought was going to be a very bad situation. And I didn't want to see that happen because of this deal, everything quickly stabilized and China got back to business as usual. China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, this part's in all caps, has totally violated its agreement with us. So much for being Mr. Nice Guy." Donald Trump didn't specify how China violated the agreement with the United States, but it didn't stop him from repeating that allegation.
Are you going to reinstate the tariffs on China? You said that they violated the agreement with the U.S.
Well, they did. They violated a big part of the agreement we made. You know, if you read that whole statement, I was very nice to them. I helped them because they were in trouble with the stoppage of a massive amount of business. But I'm sure that I'll speak to President Xi and hopefully we'll work that out. But yeah, there's a violation of the agreement.
Never any specifics. Today, Bloomberg News reported that the Trump administration is planning to extend sanctions on China's tech sector. Donald Trump's antagonistic approach to trade with China has J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon sounding the alarm. At an economic forum this morning, he said this.
We have problems, and we got to deal with them. And then the biggest one, underlying both that, is the enemy within. I'm not as worried about China. China is a potential adversary. They're doing a lot of things well. They have a lot of problems. What I really worry about is us. Can we get our own act together, our own values, our own capability, our own management?
Now, that's the important point here. It's not that there aren't things to deal with China, but we seem to have more things to deal with here at home. According to the U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer, Donald Trump's latest outburst seems to stem from China's reluctance to lift restrictions on rare earth metals.
The Chinese are slow rolling their compliance, which is completely unacceptable and has to be addressed. We haven't seen the flow of some of those critical minerals as they were supposed to be doing.
Now, these rare earths, U.S. automakers, for instance, rely heavily on those metals, yet Donald Trump seems determined to continue to sell this fantasy that's actually disconnected from our manufacturing and economic reality.
All of the manufacturers will build their parts here, too. I mean, it used to bother me. They make a part in Canada, a part in Mexico, a part in Europe, and sent all over the place, and nobody knew what the hell was happening. I think it's ridiculous. You build a car, make it in America, and I gave them a little leeway on that, gave them some leeway, but over the next year, they've got to have the whole thing built in America. That's what we want.